Today on CityCast Las Vegas, we're talking with the Las Vegas Weekly's Jeff Carter. He recently wrote a cover story about artificial intelligence in the Las Vegas hospitality world. Everything from ChatGPT to cobots. So, what does coexisting with this new technology look like for Las Vegas? And if robots do take over, are we talking more sweet R2-D2s or Terminator 2s? Oh, hey, and make sure to listen to the end when we pit Jeff's Vegas cred against the AI. It's Wednesday, April 19th. I'm David Figler, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Welcome back to CityCast Las Vegas. Senior editor at the Las Vegas Weekly, Jeff Carter.
Hi, David. Thanks.
Oh, so good to see you back here again, man. All right, Jeff. ChatGPT, it's here. And it turns out that the AI behind it all is kind of scary good with caveats. So what are the odds the robots are going to take over Las Vegas?
Minimal.
Oh, good.
Minimal.
For now.
Yeah, but we'll definitely see them. We're already seeing AI creeping in. It's just done so on the down low. There's, AI chatbots at Resorts World, at Cosmopolitan. There's a robot patrolling at the M Resort, the 600-pound security robot.
The bouncer robot.
The bouncer robot, yeah.
What's that one look like?
It kind of looks like a mailbox with a combo of a mailbox and a cone head.
Okay.
It consumes mass quantities.
Right. And it's kind of hefty. What is it doing? Is it like checking IDs? Is it, pushing drunks to the curb?
No, I think its sole function is observe and report, but it has infrared vision.
So it's a Paul Blart bot.
It's a Paul Blart bot with crazy good eyes.
Yeah. And what are those AI robots doing at Resorts World? Can you kind of paint the scene? Or the Cosmo?
They're just chatbots similar to ChatGPT or Bard. You get them on your phone, on your laptop, on your pad. You just type into them, ask them, what restaurant should I go to? Tell me about this show. It answers all the questions that a concierge used to answer.
Okay. And they probably have clever little names.
Yeah, the one at Cosmo is called Rose. I don't know what the one at Resorts World is called off the top of my head.
All right. So in your article, you interviewed a fellow named Robert Rippey, who's the executive director of UNLV's Blackfire Innovation Hub. He's got a PhD in hotel administration, so he knows what he's talking about, I would imagine. And he seemed to have a calmer take on the situation. He talked about something called cobots. What's that all about?
Cobots, it's his term for robots that do things that people can't, like or AI, brute force computing that does stuff that people can't do easily. The infrared vision on the security robot is a great example of that. He also mentioned robots that can sniff for gunpowder, which we might start seeing at airports.
So the in cobot is collaborating with humans. Yeah. So assisting humans rather than replacing them, I think, is the quote you got from him in the article.
Yeah. I came into this terrified. Well, it was my idea, but as soon as I agreed to it, I thought two things. One, how am I going to make machines interesting to people who are already kind of leery of them? And could GPT write this thing better than I can? Should I try that? Should I tell it what kind of article I want to write? Keep it about 4,000 words, all weekly style, put some piff in it.
Plenty of piff.
Yeah. But Dr. Rippey calmed me down immediately. He's the reason that I was able to, pull this thing off. Because we were talking about all the areas that AI already existed. It exists in our phones, in the algorithms that recommend stuff on Netflix and pictures on Instagram. And he sees that type of, invisible helper creeping into Vegas hospitality, coming into areas where it wouldn't be immediately evident, but, you'd come to depend on it just as we depend on, cell phones or, things in our laptops that do work for us that, we don't have to think about. His example was language.
Oh, yeah.
People from all over the world come here, and most of the signs are in English or, in a small amount of cases, Spanish. And if you're from South Korea, a whole lot of this town is closed to you because you can't understand what you're looking at.
Mm.
And unless you have someone with you who can translate, you're not going to get sent to things you might like to see, or restaurants you might like to eat at. He's imagining a scenario where all of the stuff is instantaneous, where the whole town is open to travelers because they can interpret everything at once.
Yeah, that was a really interesting component of the article when I was reading it. I just thought, wow, accessibility, translation, that's a great example of benevolent AI. What are some other examples in the Las Vegas space?
Well, the golden fleece, I think, is the how do you call it? The individualization, something that knows exactly what you want. There's email blasts, there's stuff targeted at thousands of people, but not to you specifically, who may want to come to town, seeing the art, or the music, or like specific type of food. Ideally, loyalty programs, or whatever the hotels have going, would remember this stuff from one visit to the next and make smart decisions, predicated on what you'd done before. Like if you were investigating the off-strip foodie scene, it would be able to tell you, hey, the Young Commons just opened up a whole bunch of places that you might be interested in.
I think you even kind of referred to that, Jeff, in your article as a throwback to old Las Vegas. What did you mean by that?
Just that I moved here in 1990, and even by then, I guess it was over. But the mythic Vegas people talked about, where the doorman knew you and the maitre d' knew you, and everybody you encountered in the course of your evening had knowledge of what you liked, what you wanted to do. It's using machines to shrink the experience. This town is a massive experience, and being able to create a path through it is something that computing's going to have to do.
Isn't that a little scary too? Data gathering and algorithming, and all of a sudden, I get a text message. Hey, David, we know you like Glenn Danzig. You should come over to the Tropicana because ... Is it too far?
I'm not comfortable with you knowing how much I like Danzig.
Right? I don't want anyone to know. That's my secret sin. Mother, skulls, come on.
It's scary, but that's people. It's about what we allow it to know, the areas we allow it to access. So, you could easily avoid all of this by not signing up.
No consent.
Yeah.
And hopefully that holds.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed. I still have a low grade fear of the machine takeover. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, or at least the machine intrusion, right?
Yeah, no, they're definitely gunning for my job.
Okay, well, and I want to talk about the things that they can't do, like be a brilliant writer for the Las Vegas Weekly or pontificate upon Las Vegas like Jeff Carter can. Let's get right back to what are some things that robots will never be able to replicate in Las Vegas hospitality, Jeff?
Oh, God. I don't think they're going to be able to serve food or cook it. I don't think they'll be able to DJ parties. I don't think they'll be able to handle problems as adeptly as getting somebody on the phone or talking to somebody at a desk. Just anything that requires personality, requires subtlety. That's our hallmark, is the magic that comes from somebody doing you a solid.
Right.
Like you go on up to this restaurant that's all reserved, and like, oh, I'm sorry, but we have this one table, if you could just keep it to an hour, or somebody's like, show's pretty tight in there, but we can get you into the back. Just these miracles that machines might not be able to, like, no, it's full up. Tough luck, dude.
Yeah, the human touch of generosity, care, and interpersonal negotiation.
Yes, exactly.
Although I am going to just push back that I think that any robot can let the bass drop at a DJ party. So maybe that's the one exception. Talking about gambling, though, in our community, which is, our lifeblood, I did note in your article that there did look like some real potential for enhanced gaming experience. Tell us what that might look like.
Well, that's already happening on the cashless front. Places like Resorts World are doing, the bank is in your phone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what kind of experience that's going to translate to, just in terms of, sitting down at the tables. I imagine that it's going to be more secure. It's going to, get better at catching cheats.
What I gleaned from your article was that, all this AI and gathering of information, et cetera, could really alter the play field experience. In other words, find out what people like more and give them more of it and energize people to gamble longer and harder.
I mean, I could see that as happening as part of the, the personalization push. To me, it's a little scary. That part of it's a little scary in terms of, of like stripping away all distractions and focusing you on the gaming.
Yeah.
There's potential there for, the problem with AI.
Potential for exploitation?
Yeah. Well, the problem with AI, and this is something that the New York Times writer who, machine fell in love with him, Kevin Roose, said, it's not what the machines will do, it's what we'll do, given the potential to use these things to harm ourselves, to put beliefs in our head that may not exist before, just use them as a mirror for, parts of ourselves that aren't so great. And it certainly, problem gaming could be one of those. But I don't know. This is just me. That's me talking doom.
Well, no, I think it's really good pontification. I mean, I'm never going to miss the opportunity to suggest that, if AI could do something to make you want to gamble more, that they could probably figure out if you're gambling too much and give some red flags for potential to get you, if it's not healthy, to gamble less, right?
Yeah, well, here's hoping. And, unless you figure out how to, get past those safeguards and keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just killed the vibe in here.
Well, not to get too dire, but I mean, I think that AI might be able to speed things up, but they could also slow things down, if that makes sense,
That makes sense.
Put caps on betting or give reminders to people that they've been there for 10 straight hours and haven't urinated. So,
that's true. And especially if, like at Resorts World, it's holding on to your purse and knows how much money you have.
Oh, true that too, right?
It could set up, alarm, like you're getting close to your cap here, buddy.
That's really interesting. It's like show pictures of their kids and saying, you just tapped into the college fund. and maybe even like AI versions of their kids crying that they don't get to go to the school of their choice, or, oh my God, all the way to change behavior. And these robots are right in the middle of it, Jeff.
They're gonna outsmart us on some fronts, that's for sure.
All right. Well, let's just hope that whoever is powering all these robots and AI, that they are generally benevolent. Can we say that prayer together?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'll pray to the, whatever, those squids in the Matrix.
Right. All right. Let's shift gears, Jeff, because you interacted with a couple of different chat bots asking them about Las Vegas. Tell me about that.
I went down a serious rabbit hole. I started asking them serious questions I'd want to know if I was a traveler. Where can I go get dim sum? Where's a good place to see this or that kind of music? And after several hours of that, because I did spend hours on this, I got silly. I asked it, if Las Vegas and Los Angeles were giant transformers, which one would be better looking at a runway show? And I was surprised that some of the machines were, willing to conjecture about this. Well, that's an interesting question, Jeff.
Right.
And for the record, we crushed LA on the runway. We were much better looking.
Oh, that's good to know. Good to know. What did interacting with the AI teach you about AI?
That it needs us. That it needs us desperately, because there was so much wrong information in there, or information, in the wrong context, or stuff where it just whiffed and made stuff up.
Yeah. I noted that you asked them some questions about Las Vegas, and they gave very fine answers about places that weren't exactly Las Vegas.
Or that simply didn't exist. The LVLC casino and hotel.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe that's they tapped into someone's secret file, and that's the new project from MGM.
We have to figure out what those initials stand for.
Exactly. All right, let's have some fun of our own. I would love to put ChatGPT to the test against one of the brightest minds in Las Vegas I know, to wit, Mr. Jeff Carter.
Uh-oh.
So to do this, I need to pull our producer in. Sonia Cho Swanson, I know you're listening. Pop in.
Boop, 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 boop. Hello.
Well, is that you, or are you the robot version of you?
It is me. Do not worry.
All right. So here's what we're going to do, Jeff. Just for giggles, just for kicksies, let's ask some questions to the Chat GPT. I'm going to ask you, get your humanoid answer, and then we'll figure what the robot response is. So you ready for a couple of rapid fire?
Hit me.
All right. Jeff, what is the biggest misconception about people from Las Vegas?
That we live in hotels.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice, short, tight. Love it.
And
Now we're going to take it to the Chat GPT.
the biggest misconception about people from Las Vegas is that they all work in the casino or entertainment industry. In reality, the city has a diverse economy with many industries, including technology, healthcare, and education.
All right. Well, that's fair.
I mean, that's fine, but we're not exactly known in Nevada for the top of the list for any of those categories, healthcare, education, or technology.
Yeah.
So what do you make of that?
And those things only exist here because of the hospitality industry. I don't know if you've had her on the show, but Misbehave, Amy Saunders, said to me that everybody in this valley is in the hospitality industry to some degree or another.
I love that. And yes, we have had her on. So fantastic.
Okay, David, so between ChatGPT and Jeff, who wins? Who wins this round?
I appreciated the long form answer of ChatGPT and its thoughtfulness and its platitude. But I'm going with Jeff on this one. It's a nice short answer. And I think that a big misconception about people from Las Vegas is that we live in hotels. All right, Jeff, you ready for the next one?
Hit me.
What is the worst film ever set in Las Vegas?
The worst film ever set in Las Vegas. Oh, boy. I have feelings about this, so I'm just going to...
This is from your heart, man, not what you think the AI is going to come up with.
What happens in Vegas, because very little of it happens in Vegas.
Yes! Oh my gosh, that's such a good answer. Okay, but I'm not going to tilt it. Let's see where ChatGPT goes.
Okay.
Tabulating.
Opinions on the worst film ever set in Las Vegas may vary, but commonly cited contenders include Showgirls, 1995,
What?
Leaving Las Vegas, 1995, and
What?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, 1998.
And it's curious, is I feel like you could ask it, what are some of the best films set in Las Vegas, and it would name off at least one or two of those.
Yes,
It's all subjective.
it is.
Okay, David, who wins round two?
Well, I mean, Jeff had the better answer. He didn't have the definitive answer, but he had the better answer. First of all, I will defend Showgirls as a great Las Vegas movie until my dying breath, which will probably take place in Versace at the Forum Shops.
So who wins round two, David?
Jeff Carter, once again, beats the AI. I don't think you can cite Academy Award-winning performance from Nicolas Cage in Leaving Las Vegas as one of the worst films about Las Vegas.
Fair. Okay, ready? Let's go into three.
All right, this one's a little tricky. Jeff Carter, tell me a lie about Las Vegas.
A lie about Las Vegas. Well, I'm just going to punt on this one. Legalized prostitution.
Oh, that Las Vegas has legalized prostitution.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one. It's a very common misconception.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
ChatGPT, what's your lie? Lie to me, baby.
The fountains at the Bellagio are not actually choreographed to music. In fact, the water movements are controlled by a team of synchronized swimmers who are trained to time their movements with the music.
I have never heard that, but I love it.
Damn.
You going to ask me?
Yeah, David, who wins this round?
Hands down, AI just made the best lie I've ever heard about Las Vegas.
I have to agree.
Wow.
I can't even. Okay, so now I'm spooky scared that AI can lie to my face so cleverly. I'm really worried now. I thought they have to tell the truth. Isn't that a prime directive?
Clearly not. Wow. Okay, so final score, Jeff 2, AI 1.
Close. You better watch your back, Jeff Carter.
I'm scared. I'm plenty scared.
You know what? I was initially shocked because it was clever, but then realized it was all artifice. And I think that is our lesson to take away from the AI right now.
Which is why it's such a terrific match for this town.
Yes.
It gets us.
Jeff Carter, thanks so much for coming on CityCast Las Vegas. Always good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me, and I would love to come back unless you'd rather talk to GPT.
And now a bit of news generated by us humans here at CityCast. Holly Chadwick is Henderson's new police chief. It's fourth in about 6 years. This comes after conflict with the police union hastened the departure of the last two chiefs. Chadwick, a 22-year veteran of the HPD, takes over amidst lingering allegations of trouble within that city's police force and at least one pending lawsuit accusing the city of racism. Meanwhile, John Mull's Meats, a popular butcher shop and barbecue restaurant, has just been added to the Las Vegas Historic Property Register. Currently operated by John Mull's grandson, they've been open at their Rancho and Gowan location for the last 70 years. The restaurant, known as the Roadkill Grill, has been featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. So do you think robots are a friend or foe of Las Vegas? Let us know if you've had an interesting AI encounter. And if you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, and leave us a review, like this one from Queenie Forbes, who loved our Arts District episode. She wrote, "We visit Las Vegas often, and I'm really keen to explore new things. Love hearing a different perspective on Vegas. The hosts are great. Eager to listen to more." Well, thanks, Queenie. And don't forget to subscribe to our amazing morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Take care. All right, one bonus. AI, write an ode to Las Vegas writer Jeff Carter in the style of poet David Figler. Oh, it's writing.
Wow.
It's really
That's
going.
a sonnet.
All right. Should we play the last couple of stanzas here? Okay.
Yeah, do the last couple stanzas.
All right. In the style of Figler, the words do flow. With rhythm and rhyme, they come and go. A tribute to Vegas, a city so bold, and to Carter, a writer with stories untold. So here's to you, Jeff Carter, a true Vegas bard. May your words continue to strike a chord with readers who seek to understand the soul of a city that's both dark and grand.
Holy moly.